So this is kind of the rail system here. This will actually be the back side. So you can see how the angles are. They're both facing that way. It's because then I can get my hand in this way when I tighten everything up. You know what I mean? If it was on the back side, I'd only have that much room. Because I do plan on... I'm going to build a square tubing. Now I can get my measurements. So I'm going to build a square tubing. I think that's going to go right to the edge because I left 3 inches here. So it'll pretty much, you know, so that between here and here is exactly 12 inches. So if you can picture this, this will be up against the wall, and I'm going to leave the top like open. Actually, every panel will be openable. So this is what I got so far. This will be the front. This will be up against the wall. And packs will be all inside here with inches to spare all the way around. You know, 3 here, 3 here. I don't really need much on this, on the sides, you know. So, yeah, I got some support for the middle. Packs actually hold them in pretty good, like when you, yeah, when you actually bolt the packs down, it'll keep these things straight, you know what I mean, like so they would act as support almost. This is my simulated battery. This is the same distance that the batteries will be set at. So I got these guys on top, which is simulating these rails. Now, I'm pretty much just planning on doing this. Obviously, I want to get them in there good. A bit wobbly. But yeah, something like that, just to give me an estimate on how tall the lid's gonna be. Even though it's crooked, obviously, but so this angle here will go from here to here, and then the plates that'll go on here will also go from down here, probably halfway down, to halfway up here. But yeah, so the angles that go in here to here aren't going to be welded to the frame. It'll be welded to this plate that goes on here. So these two sides will be welded to the plate, and then the top will be one piece. So I'll make a frame like this, sitting like this. That's the same size as the square tube frame, but it will be welded to the rails. So, but I'm out of material for that, but what I can do is cut the legs that go from here to here, right? And then I can cut the plates. So, and yeah, so I need 2 65-inch plates on each side, and then I need 2 plates for here, and I need a plate for on top. So the plate on top will be pretty easy because it'll be the same size as the frame. But the height is where I'm gonna be a little messed up, because there's not gonna be much room for error. But I'm pretty sure this is how it's gonna be anyway. So the way I got it set up here now, because I got this bolt in there, I should be able to unbolt the top lid and take it off there. And they're pretty strong sheets, so it's not like they're paper or nothing like that. They will hold themselves up with the bottom bolts in, and these middle ones in. That's welded to this plate. both sides, and then this front one's welded to the front plate. So I think it's easier this way. Then I can still remove this plate if I needed to, which I probably will need to. But once the packs are in there too, that'll, you know, hold it up as well. So yeah, it's getting there. So I'm getting close now. I got just these 6 bolts or the nuts on the other side to weld. So I'm gonna tip it up and weld the nuts. And I gotta open the holes. Another size on this, on the lid. And there's one hole on, which one is it? One of these panels that I need to fix. This front panel, whichever one, wherever it's sitting. I'm not sure. Probably that big one there. Alright, and then I gotta weld the bottom panel on. So, yeah, that's what I came up with for there. Just a 1-inch square tube with a 2-inch piece stuck to it. I've got one post there, and one post there. Just mark them out and drill them. Bolt them in. There'll be a positive and negative terminal. Lots of room on top. Nothing's going to touch. I did measure it to be 2 inches taller, but then it came too close. So I don't want it to be too close to the battery. You can see here. You know. I will be tightening these bolts up with the top off. But you know, I want to have enough room here. Like, battery doesn't really go past the holes too much, but you know, I'd like it to be, give it enough room between. So, because there's a pack sitting right there with wires coming out of it. So, it's quite a bit of room though. It's good, probably 2 inches. I think it'll be fine. Gives lots of room back here for wires and stuff like that. Quite a busy box here. The build is pretty tricky. Plus, the way it's sitting, I needed to build it in a way where I could put some of it together first and some of it together later. Like, pretty much these 2 panels are gonna go on first with the base, without the lid. And I've made it so they can bolt together without the lid. And then I can start putting in battery packs and wiring them up to the mains as I go. So, still not sure what I'm going to do with the BMSs. Like, kind of makes sense to solder the wires into it. But I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. Would like to put a little bit of extra solder on the traces where the current goes through. But, yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much where I'm at. I still need to weld these 6 bolts in the base and the leg. Got the leg right there though. So yeah. Big job. Oh, and I gotta sand all this stuff too before I paint it. But Sunday we're supposed to get like 14-degree day, plus 14, so it's like minus 14 right now. Anyways, thanks guys. Oh, welding the bottom side, I decided to go with plug welds. That side, if you don't know, I drilled a hole through the sheet and then just welded the hole. And the base and the base of it. So I weld the base first and then circle out. So it ensures that the base gets welded and you don't want any gaps around there either. Was actually ticketed for this. I got certificate or whatever, I'm certified to do this. It's mainly used for roof decking, like when you got a industrial building with steel beams and girders and stuff inside it. Then they usually put a corrugated steel on top of it, and this is how they weld that steel down to the beams, is through the holes. And whatever, it's just silly ticket really, but it is a ticket. But it actually, I kind of like this because it makes a nice clean look, especially on the inside. Right now, instead of putting a weld here, which could actually bow out the inside a bit, you know, or if you put a weld on the inside, then it bows out the outside a bit. So this way it's right in the center and it makes the inside look nice and clean. The sheet's not clean yet, but like this stuff does rub off. With enough rubbing. It's just the dirt from the bumpers on the inside of the racks, but not a big deal. Like I said, I'm not really even doing much on the inside here. It's gonna get sprayed black, spray paint black, so. But yeah, all I gotta do is just this one leg down here, which is that piece of metal there. Still thinking whether I want the anchor point to go out or forward. I'm not sure yet. Would like to keep it nice and streamlined in the front. There's nothing really protruding past the front steel. And the inverter is going to be in this area. So I'm almost thinking I might put the foot out this way. So straight in this way. I think that's probably the best. But anyways, yeah, I did keep that sheet nice and straight. The plug welds are nice compared to putting even tacks, you know, multiple tacks on it. Just won't be as nice. This is probably the better way to do it. And it keeps it much smoother on the bottom too. Whatever. 50-50. You can do it either way. But minus the leg, this is pretty much the base. So, and it's not that heavy. It is reasonably heavy. I'm sure it's 100 pounds. But it is what it is. It's 100 pounds. That's got to hold 700. So, yeah. And it's much nicer today. It's not perfect, but it's warmer. Nothing's melting yet. But the snow feels, it's not crunchy anymore. It's like powder and packing snow again. So it's above that threshold of where it's extremely cold. Anyways, thanks guys. So painting all the black parts black while trying. Probably expecting another crazy storm out there today. It's in the plus 10. They're saying it could get up to plus 14. But I got this one done yesterday. So it's all ground up. Oh, everything's done nice. Cleaned up. Not really doing the bottom. Just get this edge here that I cut so it's bare metal. That's powder coating, so prefer to have it powder coated anyways than spray painted. But it's not going into a wet area or nothing like that. Yeah, I probably could give it a second spray in some spots. I took a whole can of paint pretty much. I got the leg done. Try to keep all the nicer looking welds on the visible side. And a lot of the other stuff I just kind of production welded it, we'll call it. And these guys are painted. Oh, they're gonna go, one of them's gonna go gray, and the other one is just gonna be, the border will be gray. And yeah, so that's black for, like I wanted all the framing, like this kind of stuff to be black, and then these guys will be like a light gray. This roof will be a light gray. I got this too. I gotta flip this and paint the other side of that today as well. Probably do that right now. And you can't really do nothing outside today. There's a nice gust.